be kind of, licking the envelope, licking the
Mm-hmm.
stamps so that you can go and send in your quarterly tax payment, which is one of the most painful days of the year for those of us who run a small business. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Hattie?
Yes, definitely.
You're just primping and getting ready for
Well,
the
I
show.
have to make sure that I'm not a monster.
Oh, you're not a monster.
I'm always a monster.
No.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being here. I know it's a huge commitment for you to be on the show 5 days a week, but I appreciate you
Well,
being here.
running everything else,
We've got a great show lined up for you. Oh, no, it's true. You are. We've got a great show lined up for you guys today. I'm super excited about we've just been getting guest after guest after
I know,
guest
Greg's
after
been
guest
doing
after
great.
guest. Thank you, Greg. I love you. We have OMG Chad,
Yes.
who is here today. I think he's the number one. He's the voice of. We didn't move your monitor.
My mom? Oh,
Yeah,
no,
so
I
you
don't
can,
need that.
Okay. He is, I would say, the number one voice for Minecraft today.
I would say just of today or just of all time?
Of all time, yeah.
Of life.
Yeah.
Well, I have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
So.
I know you've just been getting into Minecraft for the first time. So
Second time around.
Yeah. And I used to play it constantly. And it was it became a problem.
I think it's a problem now.
I think it's a problem now, yeah. Anyway, so we've got him. He's going to be joining us, and we've got a ton of really, really, really great fun links for, as we say here in Texas, for y'all this week. So without any further ado, let's get started because I don't want to waste any time. Let's just start.
Just start.
With this. We have an amazing new Terminator. It's called Terminator Genesis. This is the second trailer. And the first one didn't really show very much. The second one, I'll tell you what, it looks amazing. I don't want to give away. There's a little bit of a sort of a plot twist in at the end of this trailer. That if you like the, just for those who are watching at home, you can see the cool trailer. You should watch this show live. I just want to say that again.
Everyone should.
We do it live at 11 a.m.
Eastern
time. And we also then release it as a video. I'd love for you to try it. I tweeted this morning. I said, I switched the video myself. I use this little, hold on. We got to get the audio clip for this. Here it is.
It's Inside Baseball.
Okay. We've got this. This is a little Bluetooth keypad. It's a Bluetooth numeric keypad. And so when you see the shot switch between all the different shots, that's me doing that by hitting numbers on this little keypad. That's my...
Soon a producer will do that.
I don't know. I'm getting used to doing it now.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Part of your workflow.
Yeah. So that's it. So you can get Wirecast and control it the same way that I do. And at Dan Benjamin on Twitter if you want to know more details about that little device. And that's it for Inside Baseball. Okay. I like that. I
like the end music. It's the best.
But man, this Terminator, if you're a fan of the Terminator like I am, like I have been my whole life, and you were kind of a little bit unhappy with the last few movies the way that I was, like 1 was great, 2 was amazing. And after that, I couldn't get into it. This one seems to me like it's on point. Like this is the Terminator that I grew up with, that I know and that I love. And I'm very excited that this could potentially be. So look at it's actually, it looks like it might be a little bit sunny today.
Sunny, and you know what? This room is looking cleaner.
It does.
Too.
I don't know why.
Got the chair out.
Yeah. That's what it was. The chair's out.
Yeah,
now.
chair's gone.
So you can see me standing up. I've kindly got my Jill appointment today. I'm so I had
When's
it.
Jill going to be on the show?
I'll talk to her about that today if I can, if I can focus on anything other than just the excruciating pain.
You're in pain right now.
Of course. That's why the show is so good. My voice is my passport. Okay, Hattie, a bit of trivia for you.
Okay.
What is the line, my voice is my passport, from? Where does that come from? What movie?
Have I seen it?
I don't know if you've seen it.
No, you know if I've seen movies or not.
I'm going to say yes, you've definitely seen this movie. Because I don't really know if you've seen it or not.
It's obviously a movie about singing.
No.
No. Okay, then I don't know.
Take it, hazard a guess. Just guess.
I don't know.
Guess what movie that's from.
I don't know. I don't know what that's from.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
You really don't. Yeah, where's your geek cred going?
I've heard that line. I can't remember what it's from.
Okay. Well, then I'm not going to tell you.
Why?
Not going to tell you. Sneakers.
Chat room.
All right. My voice is my passport. They're using that as the headline for this this update about Android has a trusted voice smart lock. So now you can issue your OK Google voice. And you know, all the people who are on Android right now are hearing it. OK Google. Hey Siri. Alexa. What time is it? Anyway. OK Google voice commands can get authorization from the sound of your voice. So they say it's less secure than a pattern, PIN, or password. Someone with a similar voice or recording of your voice could unlock your device, is the prompt that Android replies with. I don't know why anyone would use this.
Yeah, that just seems like there's too many variables that somebody could unlock your phone. I don't know. That seems weird.
I mean, and think about it if you were like a podcaster or something like that.
Right, you just play
a podcast.
Play it.
Unlock, okay, and so you say, okay, Google, and then it's now everyone has my thing to unlock it. I don't want that. That's madness. Not the band.
That's creepy.
Strange. And now we have some. I have a special intro for this one too. This is the Apple news segment.
Apple.
There. That's
I
all
love
you get.
that.
Apple's WWDC conference has been announced. It is going to be June 8th at Moscone. So it is official now. It's 26th annual WWDC. It goes from the 8th through the 12th at San Francisco's Moscone West. And for the first time in many, many years, I will not be in attendance. Hattie, are you going to be there?
I don't think so.
I will not be going. There has been less and less over the years for me to do as I've been doing less and less development, especially less and less Apple or iOS development. And with all of the, the way that the tickets work, developers, you can apply for tickets via the website now through April 17th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And they're using that same sort of random selection process. Developers will know the status of their application by Monday, April 20th at 5 p.m. And there are 350 WWDC scholarships available. So students and other STEM organizations around the world can get a chance to earn a free ticket. So that's pretty exciting if you're into that. But I don't use anything. I don't really need to be there. The last couple of years, I went and kind of was kind of creeping around.
Right. We just had a really awesome event.
We just hung out. Yeah, we had a great party there, didn't we?
Yeah. No, that was really fun.
That was a lot of fun. But that was it. That was sort of the, and I didn't realize it at the time that was my farewell to WWDC party. But that was my farewell
and
to
on a
WWDC.
high note.
Yeah, why not? I'm going to do the same thing. I just do to the Gophers. So anyway, we're out of there. We're done. But if you're going, and that means, you know what? That means more tickets for people who could really use it.
Well, we didn't attend the conference.
Well, you didn't.
I haven't gone. You haven't gone recently.
Have you heard about the new 8.4 iOS beta?
I have not.
It is just came out. And they are going to be announcing their new streaming service at WWDC, but they released the iOS 8.4 beta ahead of that. And it includes this revamped music app. The developers, if you're an iOS developer, you can get this seed, but it has an all-new music application. It is all newly designed. There's a lot of neat stuff to it, but the iTunes radio is in there, and they're pimping that out. Better search and all of that kind of stuff. But they're going to have their new streaming service that will compete with, Spotify and RDO and all these other services that are out there. So people are trying it. There's a hands-on report, a nice one from Chance Miller. Chance Miller coming to us from 9 to 5 Mac, reporting on all of this.
What's your name, dude?
I don't know. It's not thrilling to me. They would have to be really, really amazing. And it looks all right. It looks all right. I'm just not.
Is it subscription based?
Yes,
is it
it's
free?
subscription.
Okay.
We don't know all of the details of the service yet, and
Right.
it doesn't say here. All we have right now is this app, and there's this hands-on review, and it looks good if you're in the Apple ecosystem and you don't want to try Spotify or anything else like that. And that's the thing to remember. You would say, why is this a contender against Spotify when so many people are using Spotify? Dang it.
You'll
Yawning.
never
She was
get me.
yawning. I have gotten you multiple times, and there's a gif of it.
Yeah, there is.
So saying I'll never get you is actually a
You'll
misnomer.
never get
A
me.
misnomer. Anyway, I don't know. I'm not going to be switching from Spotify. I don't need to do that through Apple. And couple quick more little things. People are seeming very excited about this. OS 10 10.10.3, you now have enhanced 4K support, including the 12-inch MacBook. And you can now use a 5K display if you have $2,500 to spend on one. You can connect your 5K display and get the beauty of a Retina display to a handful of Macs. It's over single-stream SST displays with a 60 hertz refresh rate. But there's a whole list of these machines if that's something that you're going to be interested in doing. Also by Jordan Kahn over at 9to5Mac. 9to5Mac's on fire. That seems like a big site nowadays, and it's a good place to look if you're interested in the Apple stuff. Raymond Wong reveals the new MacBook's best-kept secret. You can charge from a portable battery pack, and all you need is a cable that goes from USB to the USB-C port. You can just plug in a Mophie power block or whatever. Power the whole thing. Why not?
Why not?
It's not enough for me to want the new MacBook. I've recently switched back to my MacBook Pro 13-inch Retina display in lieu of using the 11-inch MacBook Air, and I'm loving it. It's so much faster. It feels a lot faster than it feels way faster to me than my iMac, than the 27-inch iMac that we'd originally bought to do like editing and stuff on.
Yeah.
I sort of put on my desk and started using.
You kind of took it over.
Took it over. This is a neat story. Prosecutors, reported by Ars Technica, prosecutors suspect that a man has hacked a lottery computers to score a winning ticket. He was a former security director, and they think that he tampered with the number generator to win himself $14.3 million. They have evidence that indicates that he did this. His name is Eddie Raymond Tipton. He's 51, and they think that this reminds me of the thing in Homeland, where he inserted the thumb drive into a highly locked down computer that was supposed to generate the random numbers. The Des Moines Register is reporting this, citing court documents filed by prosecutors. It says at the time, Tipton was the information security director of the Multi-State Lottery Association, and he was later videotaped purchasing a hot lotto ticket that went on to fetch the $14.3 million payout.
If you're going to hack something, I mean, that's what you hack.
Well, I guess, but it seems like they got him. Well, here, listen to this room. Listen to this. In court documents filed last week, prosecutors said there's evidence to support the theory that Tipton used his privileged position inside the Lottery Association to enter a locked room that housed the random number generating computers and infect them with software that allowed him to control the winning numbers. The room was enclosed in glass, could only be entered by 2 people at a time, and was monitored by a video camera. To prevent outside attacks, the computers aren't connected to the internet. Prosecutors said Tipton entered the so-called draw room on November 20th, 2010, ostensibly to change the time on the computers. The cameras on that date recorded only 1 second per minute rather than running continuously like normal. Very suspicious. 4 of the 5 individuals who have access to control the camera settings will testify they did not change the camera's recording instructions, prosecutors wrote. The 5th person is the defendant. It's a reasonable deduction to infer that the defendant tampered with the camera equipment to have an opportunity to insert a thumb drive into the RNG tower without detection.
He had a whole minute to do that?
Yeah, he doesn't take that long. So he went into a convenience store, bought a lottery ticket, bingo,
Just happened to
won
be the winning one.
14.3. It's so suspicious.
Yeah, that's super suspicious.
You know what you do? You send like your sister-in-law or something like that to go get the ticket for you.
Or you do something fun where you're like, I bought lottery tickets for the whole office.
Yeah.
And then you're like, but this one's mine.
Right. Something like that. It's too obvious.
Yeah, that's way too obvious. And the fact that he was shown like that he got caught and he was a security guy, like he couldn't get around that in any way. Dumb.
Besides the event in the draw room, title should be draw room. On November 20th, prosecutors offered other evidence supporting the theory that Tipton tampered with Hot Lotto computers. The former security director, quote, was obsessed with rootkits, a type of computer program that can be installed quickly, set to do just about anything, and then self-destruct without a trace. They went on to say a witness would testify that Tipton told him before December 2010 that he had a self-destructing rootkit. I mean, come on. Come on. It's too obvious. It's too obvious. It's not even fun. You know what is fun, though? Saving money and not doing it through the lottery, because most of us aren't going to hack lottery computers. But what a lot of us can do is set aside a little bit of money. But then you set aside the money, it sits what, in your bank account?
Nah.
That ain't right.
It ain't right.
Now you got to get your mind right. Okay? And you got to get what? You got to get your mind right.
Yeah.
They're going to have to run with that. I'm just an idea guy. But get your mind right and go visit Wealthfront. It's the automated investment service that makes it easy to invest your money the right way. You can set it and forget it. You start earning money. They handle reinvesting your money. They manage it for you. And all of this is based on this simple little easy profile that you fill out when you're signing up for the site. And then they work 24/7 to manage your investments for you. And they do it way, way, way more cheaply than if you were to go in and meet with just a regular human being. That's because they've got an amazing software package behind the scenes running this. And they don't charge you commission to make trades. They charge only 0.25% per year. That's an astoundingly small amount of money. It's a quarter the cost of a traditional investment advisor, and they manage your whole portfolio, and they're doing it over $2 billion of client assets right now. So it's not like it's just going to be you in there with a little tumbleweed rolling by. 5x5 listeners can get their first $10,000 managed for free when they visit wealthfront.com/5x5. Again, the URL, wealthfront.com/5x5. Go check it out. Save, even though that fee is small, you will save it for your first $10,000. And now I must read to you a disclaimer. Wealthfront Inc. is an SEC-registered investment advisor. Brokerage services are offered through Wealthfront Brokerage Corporation, member FINRA and SIPC. This is not a solicitation to buy or sell securities. Investing in securities involves risk, and there is a possibility of losing money. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. Please visit wealthfront.com to read the full disclosure. I need to pre-record that so I can just hit a button.
Right. Do it. You've got they're sponsoring for a lot longer, so
yeah.
you still have plenty of time to do it.
They're a great sponsor. Cool stuff. I just found a bunch of cool things I want to share with you.
I like that. I like cool stuff.
This Lego Titanic. So you know how we've talked about really cool Lego sets in the past. And I'm obsessed with Lego stuff. I love it. I've always loved it my whole life. Lego toys and blocks, not Legos. Lego toys and blocks. And what happens is people can create their own concepts. They build something and it's a concept. And if they do a good job building it, just a regular person, if they do a good job building it, they put it out there onto this, Lego has this special site, and then other people will vote on it. And if enough people vote yes, then this thing will get accepted into the Lego canon. And Lego will then take your prototype and they'll like work with you, I think, to...
That's so cool.
Yeah, to build like make it an official kit. And that's how remember the Ghostbusters one that I have here on the shelf behind me.
I see it back there.
I should get that.
Yeah, get it.
That's how this one
it's so awesome.
Came to be. Where's my over-the-shoulder camera, Hattie?
Well, it's over there.
You know what? I'm going to move that over, and I'll have
I'll
have it come down right here.
You can do it right now.
Nah, that's all right. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? The top comes off. It's got the tubes and everything. Should I switch over to that one?
The door's open. It's kind of dark. That's awesome. Dan's showing.
Thank you. Could you describe it, Hattie, for those who don't have the benefit of being here?
You describe it.
No, I would like for you to try to describe it, please.
What you were doing?
What it looks like and everything else.
The theater of the mind.
Instead of just having a long silence there.
Well, I was looking at it too. I was intrigued.
So what describe it for people. What is it?
It is the car from Ghostbusters,
what is the name of the car?
AKA the Ecto-1.
The Ecto-1. Okay, so it's Lego. So someone built this, made it, and then it winds up here. They're doing this now for the Titanic. It got 10,000 votes of support. It will now go through Lego's approval process, ensuring it meets the construction, design, and legal requirements to go into full production.
Legal requirements.
I don't know what's involved in there.
That would be so interesting to know, like what requirements legally they have to.
But
like,
look at that. Look at this. Now, this is apparently
That's crazy.
this is not a real one. This is a rendering of it, and you could see it from different angles and stuff. This seems like the most incredibly daunting Lego kit in the whole world. I still need to build that AT-AT, and I haven't made time to do it.
I know we've got 3 or 4 boxes out there of different kits that we have to build.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh.
There is a robotic kitchen, and my whole dream is to have robots preparing food for me. That's one of the things I've wanted most in my whole life.
Okay.
And they now have a robotic kitchen, and they sent Sebastian Anthony from Ars Technica to the kitchen. And if you are watching online, live, on the line.
On the live line.
If you're on the live line, you can see the way that this works. And basically, lovely little black and white video
Aw.
playing. Love that. Anyway, they have they place ingredients in the bowls and cups. The robot can't do that. Thanks, Goldman Sachs, for that commercial.
They're not
I didn't want to
sponsor.
see. Not a sponsor. And you put the ingredients out, and then the robot comes, and it's got little hands, and it prepares the entire meal
Look
for
at
you.
it mixing.
The theater
It's so
of
cute.
Yeah, it's mixing. You can see the robot hands, and they're not like pincher hands. They look more like human hands. But the way that it holds things is more like a human than the way a robot would. So there's some aesthetically pleasing movements. But it even wipes the little spatula on the edge of the bowl, and it moves very gracefully and slowly, but once in a while it kind of reveals that it's a robot by doing a very sharp movement
Or
that
it's
seems
thinking.
inhuman.
Jarring.
But I like this. I like the idea that there are just 2 robot arms that can prepare a whole meal. This is really, really awesome, and I hope this is our future.
I
just
really
want
do.
this
I wanna
every
come
single day of my
home.
life.
I want to come home and just be like, okay, robot, what'd you make me for dinner?
Wouldn't that be great? And it just knows what you like.
Oh my gosh. That would be so cool.
It just knows what you like and comes and makes it.
You just have to put everything out. So it's like, I know I'm going to have, tacos tonight. And you just put the taco fixins out and done.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Marvel has a new movie out. A lot of people have seen this and already been talking about it, but we now have a full trailer. So if you haven't seen this yet, Marvel's Ant-Man. First trailer is out. We watched this together just before the show happened.
Uh-huh.
And your reaction to it was, "Hey, that looks really cool.
Looks kinda
Looks
cool.
kind of cool, kind of fun. I would watch that."
I like Paul Rudd too.
You like
he's
Paul
funny.
Rudd, and you also like the Michael Douglas.
I also like Michael
the
Douglas.
young Michael Douglas. You like a lot.
Younger, yeah.
The younger Michael Douglas.
Like he was in the game, right? Yes.
Yeah, very much so in
Okay.
the game. Yeah.
Good.
And in the
That's what
A Perfect Murder, he was married to Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yes,
one of
he
our
was.
mutually favorite actresses.
Yes.
Do you just say actor now, even if it's a woman?
Yes. I think
When
that's
did
the
that-
politically correct term.
I
now.
prefer that. It's one less thing to remember.
Actress, I just think of like
Turn up
Marilyn
your
Monroe.
headphones.
My headphones?
Yeah.
Even more?
Yeah. Anyway, there's Kate in the movie. Kate from Lost, reprising her role
That's
in
who
Lost,
that is.
just with short hair. It's a little disarming.
Yeah.
There she is, Kate with short hair. She looks great with short hair. She looks great no matter what.
Kate.
She was always my favorite. She's the whole reason I watched Lost. Anyway, this movie, we finished watching it, and you said, "This looks great. I really want to see this. This is awesome." And I was thinking to myself, I don't know if I even want to see this. Maybe when it,
Well, I think it's not
hits
that I'm going
iTunes
to
or
go and out and see it in the
Out?
theaters. I'm going to go out.
out. I think that what I don't like, with the exception of Iron Man and Batman, I don't like when there's a comic book hero who has powers naturally, and then you go to the movie and they have a suit. I don't like suits as a power source for people.
Right.
I don't mind it with Iron Man, and I don't mind that Batman relies a lot on gadgets and stuff. That's fine.
But the suit does not give him power. Like power. If I was going to wear the Batman suit
Right.
and I was as skilled as he was in fighting or whatever, I would assume that I would have the same powers if I was strong like he was too. But I don't know. It doesn't like give him superpowers. Like now that he has the suit on, now he's invisible.
Right.
Like
He's Batman with or without the
right,
suit.
Right. The suit just helps.
Gives
like
him
armor.
some. Yeah, it makes him a little bit harder to hurt.
Right. And it has like the little
He doesn't attack with those.
No.
Defensive only.
Right. He can like grab, like if somebody has a sword, he can grab it.
What you're saying is without the cape and cowl, Batman is still Batman.
Yep.
And he has some utilities that make his life a little bit better. Daredevil, still Daredevil, even though I'm not a big Daredevil fan. Daredevil is still Daredevil even if he doesn't have a suit on.
People are raving about that show.
Yeah, I know. We should probably watch it as a company.
Yeah.
And speaking of Spider-Man, Kevin Feige has confirmed that the rebooted Marvel Spider-Man, and I'm still just so excited about this, the Marvel Spider-Man will be high school Peter Parker, the Peter Parker that we all know and that we all love, the teenage high school Peter Parker is the one that will be featured in the movie, and I'm so happy about this. Everything just seems better when you consider that this is the Spider-Man that we all love. So I'm very happy about this. Congratulations. And the quote from the article is, in terms of the age of an actor we'll eventually cast, I don't know. In terms of the age of what we believe Peter Parker is, I'd say 15 to 16 is right. And then this...
Yeah, you want him. You want a younger person who's in high school. You don't want to cast someone who's like 25 as a high schooler.
Well, the Garfield dude was late high. He was actually like about 47 years old, cast as a maybe, would you say, 18, 19-year-old?
Yeah.
But this causes a lot of speculation because they're not sure which type of Peter Parker this is. They are calling him Peter Parker. So we feel like it is going to be the classic Peter Parker. But will it be Peter Parker original? Will it be Ultimate Peter Parker? Is Miles Morales going to be in there somehow? I don't think so. I think it'd be cool, but I don't think so. Here's a quote from this great article on Newsarama. One might assume that with the aim of the character's age range, it would limit the part to actual teenage actors. It doesn't. 2000 Spider-Man had a teenage Peter Parker played by a then 25-year-old Tobey Maguire, while Amazing Spider-Man in 2012 was played by a then 29-year-old...
He was 29?
Andrew Garfield.
Wow.
Quote, we want to play with Spider-Man in the high school years because, frankly, there have been 5 Spider-Man films, and the amazing thing about it is even though there have been 5 Spider-Man films, there are so many things from the comics that haven't been done yet, said Feige. Not just characters or villains or supporting characters, but sides to his character. The most obvious being the young, doesn't quite fit in kid before his powers, and then the fellow that puts on the mask and swings around and fights bad guys and doesn't shut up, which is something we want to play with and we're excited about. I think it's so great. I'm ready for this movie. I'm super ready for this movie. So that's all the news and stuff that I have. Let me move the Ecto 1 and do a quick spot, and then we'll get OMG Chad for a few minutes. And
OMG.
It's going to be really exciting. I'm super excited to get him on here. Before I do
so
it,
many questions.
let me tell you about Lynda. This episode is brought to you by lynda.com, Lynda, lynda.com. And in fact, it's lynda.com/DBH. If you go there, you'll get a 10-day free trial. What will you do during those 10 days? You will be able to have access to over 3,000 on-demand video courses that'll help you strengthen your business, technology, and creative skills. You can learn about anything from, editing and recording your own podcast to working with video to Excel 2013 power shortcuts, topography, foundations of color, income tax fundamentals, getting things done with David Allen. You name it, they've got a video. And getting things done isn't just like, we're going to teach you about getting things done. Like David Allen does it. I use that as an example because his name is so recognizable, but that's the way that they work across every single one of these different fields. They get people who really know what they're doing, who are fantastic at what they do, to come in and make these videos and teach people. Professionals. So go to Lynda, Lynda, lynda.com/DBH. Check them out. I promise you will find something there that is of great value to you. So thanks very much to them for supporting the show. Hattie, can you get OMG Chad online?
Sure.
He's a consummate professional.
He is.
I love him.
Chad?
Yes.
Chad,
Hello.
welcome to
Hello.
the show. Chad, I can't believe Chad is here.
I know, I'm excited.
I am so excited that you're here. You have no idea. You have no idea.
Thank you.
If
I'm
there-
so happy to be here.
Oh my God. OMG.
Hi.
Listen. I just have to tell you, there are some people alive, I think, who don't know who you are. First of all, shame on them for not knowing who you are, because you're a superstar, number one. But
Thank you.
Can you self-describe your own self and tell people who you are and what you're doing? And while you do it, for those who are watching on video, I will play some of your amazing videos showing who you are. I'm playing the Chad on the Street Cool Edition one right now. Tell us who you are. Who are you?
Perfect. I mean, the easiest way to say it is I'm an online entertainer. And that, like, it's always hard to describe what I do because I like to be kind of a Renaissance man and do everything. So I do video games where I just play Minecraft or whatever video game that suits my fancy and talk about it just like a YouTuber. I will also do interviews of video game developers, or these silly, stupid interviews of me on the street interviewing, normal people. Those are more like character type stuff. I host a show called Gizwiz, where we look at silly products like solar iPhone cases and headphones that are shaped like cats, that sort of stuff. It's ridiculous. And I also just do product reviews at Twit. And I produced at Twit and produced for Brian Brushwood for a few years. So I just anything that has to do with internet entertainment, I hope that I'm doing it, basically.
Oh, and you do, and you're everywhere. And it's funny because I knew you originally as the Twit producer. So that's where Hattie and I think, first kind of became aware of you. And you're from Austin, which is where we are right now, right? Or you lived here for a long time.
Born and raised.
You.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so you went out and are you in Petaluma now, or are you in LA? This is the funny thing, is a lot of people, they'll do a podcast, which is like them talking. You sort of do a YouTube show. I'm showing a clip right now of your OMG Craft stuff where you where you teach people about things in Minecraft.
Forgot to mention that one.
Yeah, so we'll put all these in the show notes, but I should mention where those are. 5by5.tv/dbh/28 is where you can go for those. But so like me and my kid, we watch your tips and stuff a lot. But while you're out there and you're playing on the Minecraft server, you'll be like talking about your life. You're basically like talking about your trials and your challenges and like what you want to do with your life and good things and bad things, while we get to sort of watch you build a giant castle and things like that. And it's just such it seems so obvious that this is the future of the way that people will podcast or make videos and do things. But somehow it seems like you're not sitting there saying, I'm innovating a new thing. You're just doing something that comes naturally to you, but it really, really works, and it's incredibly entertaining. How did you come up with the idea to start doing that?
Well, I mean, with the video game stuff, it was just kind of like, I'm gonna be playing this game anyway, and I kind of wanted to almost do a documentary of the game, and that also just naturally fell into documenting my life at the same time. And I also it comes in stages. So the first time that I was really struggling with something in my real life, and I mentioned it in a video and talked about my points of view on it and where I was coming from, and what were the obstacles and what were the rays of sunshine around the dark clouds and whatnot. And the responses from people were amazing. I mean, the audience just let me know, like, wow, that was really helpful. Not only was that interesting just to dive into someone else's life, if say it wasn't applicable to their life, if it was, hearing another perspective from someone going through the same thing was really helpful. And it made me feel better. It made them feel better. And it just felt natural.
Well, it's so cool, and I like I said, I love the stuff that you're doing, and I think now one of the things obviously that you talk a lot about is Minecraft, and you're I think for in a lot of ways, although you have no affiliation with Mojang, you have, I think you're the voice of Minecraft and the
Thanks.
face of Minecraft. Can I say that, Hattie? Is that too?
I think so. I believe it. So
I think that's real. And I just, there's so much for people who don't know what are there people who don't know what Minecraft is? Like right
I think
now?
so. Yeah, because when I was just looking in LA for apartments, and people go, "So what do you do for a job?"
Yeah.
Have you heard,
Like, well, I
have you
play
heard of the game
Minecraft on YouTube. Like, it's getting so weird. Like, for a while, it's like, what do you do for a living? I'm a blogger. Like, no, but what do you do for a living? I blog. And now it's like,
you
what
can
do you
make
do for a living?
money on that?
Oh, I podcast
Yes.
for a living. And now it's like, I play a game on YouTube, and that
I play
actually...
a children's game,
Right.
and it makes me, my salary.
But it's not. I mean, but it's not a children's game. There's so much more to it than that. I mean,
Yeah.
when you think about it, how did you first kind of discover Minecraft, and how long
It's
have
funny.
you been into it?
The first time I ever saw Minecraft, I was actually streaming with Brian Brushwood, and we were in Florida doing a show for Universal Halloween Horror Nights, and he was just doing a random late night stream where he's just chatting with his fans, and he said, "Oh, have you heard of this thing called Minecraft?" And he got up and went to the bathroom and was like, "Search for Minecraft," and I started searching for like Mindcraft, like it was like some theater of the mind like thing. And the chat room was like, "No, this is not it." And all of that, my first experience, it's just, I love that is captured.
Yeah.
And available for anyone to watch is the very first, and I was like, oh man, if you have to push stuff down like block by, like I want to be able to like select a whole bunch of stuff and edit stuff. This block by block stuff just isn't going to fly. I'm not going to like this game at all. And then like I'm critiquing it, and then fast forward 5 years, and it's one of the biggest parts of my life. So yeah, that's how I discovered it.
I think that it's fun because there's something about you as a human where it seems like you have more fun than someone should be allowed to have. It seems like you just I'm not, and I don't mean to make it seem like you live some some privileged life where all you do is just like walk into a room and and run around and go crazy. I mean, you're working really, really hard, and it's very clear to look at all of the things that you do, whether it's playing a game or, producing these other videos or things like that. Like, it's very clear that you're very passionate about it, and that you work very, very hard at what you do. But at the same time, it looks like you're just having an amazing time doing everything that you're doing. And it's like, I think there's two feelings that people have when they see someone having success. Either they're like super happy for them, or they're like, damn it, why wasn't that me? And I think universally people are like cheering you on, and any time that they see you do something, they're like, and look at all this in this video I'm showing now. This is the You Sent It In episode. Look at all this stuff that you get. I mean, there are people
fan mail,
and I don't know if you know it. Listen, I don't know if you know this, but like, you are a huge role model and inspiration for kids everywhere, including my 7-year-old son. Did you know that? Are you aware of that?
That makes me really happy to hear that. I don't know why, that makes me really happy. I grew up in Boy Scouts.
Cool.
And one of the things that I learned from that is how much a role model really can affect your life. And I one of the facets of my personality is I love taking on responsibility. I adore responsibility, and having that responsibility is really heartwarming to me. to hopefully be able to change people's. I get a lot of mail that says, oh, there's this dark time or whatever, and sorry, not to downplay that, but but that helped me through that. And I think that that's kind of like a vocal thing, but what you just mentioned is much more of a silent thing of how do I deal with this situation? That's that. It's hard to put into words.
No, I know what you mean.
That makes me feel really good.
That people are enjoying your enjoyment of what you do is contagious, and I think that like to my son, again, like he's now just getting Minecraft on the computer. So he's been playing the mobile version on his iPad.
Yeah.
So now he's getting to it on the computer because from watching your videos, he's like, well, wait, I can't do that on mine. Like that's not in. And I'm like, yeah, you got to get the computer one. He's like, I really need to get the computer one then. And so like I have a computer. He uses computers at school, so he's familiar with them, but like it's not like a gaming platform. Like the iPad is the gaming platform for him.
Like those are very separate. Like gaming is mobile, and then learning and everything else is on the computer.
But see,
it's almost like email versus text message.
Right.
Text message is so fun. Email is so formal.
That's right. That's right. Exactly. And so he has this this computer. It's like a 13-inch Air from a number of years ago, and I got him a little mouse so that he can right click with it. And you need to be able to do that. But now but like then he'll watch a video of you doing something in Minecraft, or he'll watch one of these how-to videos, and like you're in there like, and we're looking at it right now, like you've got all these cool packages, and like there's cats there, and you've got you've got like a microphone and your own computer, and like it his mind is blown that you could make a living, and like your job could have to do with having fun and not like just being miserable in a cube
I'm
somewhere.
a lawyer, right?
Right. Yeah. and so but like he's just so inspired by all of this, and part of the reason why he wanted to do his own shows, he has his own show now. The reason he wanted to do it is because he saw, I mean, obviously he knows I do it, so I'm sure that played into, kids want to be like their parents. But the fact that like I don't think he wants to do what I do. I think he wants to do what you do.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah. So,
that is so cool.
So anyway, that's it. But I think everyone should know not only about Minecraft, but I love the stuff that you, so what else are you doing besides the Minecraft stuff? I know you've got the other shows that you mentioned, and you've talked about this a little bit on your Minecraft show that you do, but like what's in the future for you? What are you working on? What's next?
So right now I'm in the middle of a big move down to LA. That'll happen in 10 days.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And but thank you.
Yeah. Hold on, I got a bigger one for you. Hold on here.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh my God. Stadiums. Yeah, so that's kind of like on my mind all the time right now because gosh, doing this all alone is difficult. The future, there may be a project or two that I launch on Patreon.
Nice.
To sort of because I've been focusing a lot on YouTube, and there's a big podcast community that also follows me, and I feel like I've been letting them down just a bit. So there may be a Patreon show coming very soon. And also I've been focusing a lot more on business sort of stuff. It's always fascinated me to really run your own business. And I know that's not exciting for people who like to watch my videos, but I may be going back to school to take some business classes.
Oh, nice.
Learn about that on a personal note. Yeah.
Well, I mean, your approach to this kind of thing, though, it always seems like you're just, again, I'll go back to this having fun aspect of it. It really does seem like you find a way to have fun in everything that you do, and it's something that's so easy, I think, to forget as you get into sort of the daily grind of things. And I really enjoy the stuff that you do. I'm really glad that you were able to make some time. Before we let you go, though, Hattie has some questions, some Minecraft questions. Because so the background on this, I probably discovered Minecraft around the same time that you did, and I played it a lot early on, and then kind of gradually just got so busy with 5x5 and other things that I didn't really play it as much. And there were some early frustrations of things you kind of wanted to do and couldn't do. All of those things have been like added to the game, and it's grown so much, and the community is so big, and it's become so popular, and like there's toys at Target now, and so Hattie, I know she played it a little bit, and she's now getting back into it, but she has a lot of questions for you, Chad.
Well,
okay.
I thought I had a lot of questions, but I think I'll think of more as the game goes on.
One of them was about beds.
Beds and multiple beds and spawns and things like that. If you have built a house and you want to go explore, but you also, when you die,
Like a day trip.
yes, like a day trip. If you're going to be gone longer, a weekend trip, I guess. If you bring a bed with you and to sleep for the night because you want to fast forward the night or whatever.
Like you're
Right.
you're traveling.
Yes.
Right.
If
Going on
you,
an adventure.
right, if you sleep for the night and then, I guess, put your bed back in your inventory, then, and continue. If you die, is it going to spawn are you going to spawn at your original point?
No.
If you leave a bed at home too, then what?
No. So what it does is basically anytime you sleep, you could think of it as there's one spot in the game's memory to say this is where your bed was. And if you and it overwrites the previous spot. And if that bed isn't there when you die, you go to your original world spawn. And it'll say in chat, your bed is missing or obstructed.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and that it might be smart for you to take a few beds because you can like line them up and then you'll go back to the previous bed.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, so wait a minute. If you're okay, so
You can
let's
like drop beds in
so
certain
is
places.
that it? So like if I let's say I walk for one Minecraft day and then
Right.
I'm like, okay, it's nighttime.
But you want to fast forward.
But I
through
want
the
to
night.
fast forward through the night because I'm traveling, right? So I
Right.
dig a little shelter for myself, put the bed down, sleep on the bed. Then it's morning. Then I keep walking. People who don't
You
play
leave that
Minecraft
bed
have
there.
no clue
Yeah,
what
nobody has
we're
any idea.
talking about. And then you'd say, I'm going to leave that bed there, and I'm
Yeah.
going to continue. And I walk for another
Continue
Minecraft day. And if I put down a new bed, do I
And
want to
sleep in
collect?
that.
Do I want to collect the older previous bed
don't
and
have-
bring it with me?
You don't have to. It's just three wool and 3 planks. You can just
Yeah.
leave it there.
Yeah.
And then move forward. And what I'll normally do is keep a crafting table on me and shears on me. And then anytime I see a sheep, because normally in a day you'll see some sheep, and you can just shear them as you're walking, and you'll find wood basically everywhere, and you can make the bed on the road, so you don't have to fill your inventory full of beds. Yeah.
But
that's what I'll
is that
do.
like okay? So now that we've completely confused all the
I was gonna say
non-Minecrafters
that-
out there, do you
Bed
have
mechanics.
other than watching your really fun, great videos? Is there something you can before we let you go? Is there something that you can leave the listeners with who are in now? They're intrigued and they hear that Dan's 7-year-old loves this game, and Dan and Hattie both love this game,
Right,
And
it-
Chad loves this game.
Everyone loves it.
What's the best way to jump into this and start learning? Because it is very daunting when you think about the fact that, like, I would like to build a little house. Okay, well, to do that, you need to mine. Well, how do I mine? Well, I need to have a tool.
Yeah.
Well, how do I get a tool? Well, you need to break a tree. But I tried mining something and then the blocks disappeared.
then,
oh,
oh,
that's
no,
because
it's
you only had a
nighttime.
wooden tool. You need to use a stone tool. But then I used a stone tool. How do you make a stone tool? What's a crafting table? Like, how do you, right, then it's nighttime and now creatures
Right,
are
and
killing
now
me.
I'm dying, and oh gosh, now I have to start all over.
How can Chad?
Right.
How can people get into this game? Because it's an amazing game, and we do have a 5x5 server that we're going to be opening up to people, and we would just like to rebuild this Minecrafting community. What's a great
Yeah.
way to do that?
So I'll give you 3 ways. One is the most boring, which is the Minecraft wiki. It has so much information. You could get, it would take months to read it all. That's pretty boring though. The next is Paul Stars Jr. On YouTube is very family-friendly YouTuber, and he has a series called Survive and Thrive. And in each video, he walks all the way from the beginning of your first Minecraft day until very, very, very advanced through episodes. And he builds a base, and it's very episodic and a really great sort of let's play, but also very tutorial focused during the entire Let's Play. And third, servers. I mean, getting on and playing with friends and having, that one Minecraft expert and you're like, how do I do, this thing, or they create something that you never ever would think of.
Right.
And you're like, this like whole contraption to crush animals so that I can get food and XP is amazing. What is this thing called? It's called a grinder, and then you can go search for that on your own. those are the 3 tips that I would give to
Very-
new Minecrafters.
Very cool. Great tips. We'll put those in the show notes again at 5x5.tv/dbh/28. Also in the show notes will be links to the stuff that Chad is doing on YouTube, his Twitter,
His Patreon.
and it's pretty much OMG Chad across the board for you.
Yep,
But we'll put all
except
that
for
in
the
there.
OMG Craft, that one YouTube channel. OMG
Right.
Craft.
Got it.
That's
Yep.
all right. And well, keep up the great work, Chad. It's
you
always
so
so
much.
much fun to talk to you. And the next time you're down here in Austin, or the next time we're out in LA proper, we'll make sure we take you to
Yeah.
lunch. Thanks so much. I really
Absolutely.
appreciate your time. Thank you.
No problem. No problem.
All right,
Bye.
bye.
Thanks. Bye.
He's just the best. I love you, Chad. I love Chad. He's just the best. He's so
I know.
enthusiastic
I know.
and so fun.
It is. It's infectious. It's
It
just
really is.
like he's having so much fun, and I mean, like he said that people may not care about his, or may not be as interested in his business videos.
I
If
would
he's
watch that
any-
too. Oh
if
my
he's
God.
If he's excited like he is in the other videos, then
He
why
can't-
wouldn't
he's
anyone
like,
watch?
He's
you
like
know?
the best kind of motivational speaker
Yeah.
in that he's just so excited that he's not even trying.
Right. You could be like, file these papers, and he'd be like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So awesome. So thanks very much to him for being here. Gosh, I had a great time talking to him. Last thing I'm going to tell you about is Tripcase, and then we'll wrap up the show. Tripcase.com is where you're going to go. Actually, it's tripcase.com/DBH. This is a really amazing app. Helped people take over 30 million trips last year. It collects your flight, hotel, and other trip info into one app and builds everything into the app. You get flight notifications. You get Uber integration. You get this really cool remember this place thing so that when you're like, find a cool restaurant. It shows you destination weather. It has integrated seat maps. It takes the stress out of travel. And it's a free app. Go check it out. Instead of using like 5 apps, you're just going to use one. And it's a really great app. iOS, Android. It works with the Pebble. Pretty soon it'll be on the Apple Watch too, and Android Wear is already there. So again, the URL, tripcase.com/DBH. Thanks very much to them for making the show possible. And that's what we got. I got to run next door and go record an episode of Back to Work with Merlin. And if you're curious about the Big Lebowski episode that he and I did, that should be releasing today. So very cool. Thanks, everyone, for listening. Again, you can listen and watch the show live at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 10 Central, and that would be 8 Pacific. So we had Chad up at 8 o'clock in the morning.
I think, wait, 8?
He sounded
9,
so
10.
awake.
But
8.
yeah, like
Yeah.
8:30.
What a nice guy. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. Thanks to Chad for being here, and we'll be back tomorrow. Have a good one. And now I'll say goodbye to our lovely video viewers.
Cool.
Goodbye,
you're all-
lovely video viewers.
Bye, video